So I received an email from an attorney firing on me at 7:07 on Thursday morning. It was a purchase transaction. Okay? 3 weeks ago that closed. 3 weeks ago. Something came up on the 16th of the month. The loan was closing on the 20th, Dave. Okay? Something came up at the last minute. Income changed, asset changed. We put in the computer, something happened. My partner, Stacy Rose, busted her hump to get this loan done. And the only way to get it done was to pay off 3 credit cards at the closing. Because we had less than 72 hours, right? You know, if we would have found out about this before, we would have had them paid it off earlier in the transaction. Well, just pay it off at closing, no big deal. You know why people come to me when they have difficult loans, Jeremy?
Because you make it easy?
Because we do difficult loans.
You do it.
Right. We spend the time to help our listeners get homes. So I'm like, all right, so title company, Chicago Title. I didn't pick the title company. Dave, it was a purchase transaction.
Yeah, the seller's attorney would have picked that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So typically we don't write checks to pay things off at closings, but in this, on a purchase, but on a refi, we do it all the time. So I get this email, 7:07 on Thursday morning. My client and the lender are on this email. This guy's got like 7 people copied on the email. I don't even know this guy's name. I think it's like some putz asking me for money because it's a unique name. I didn't even open it.
Okay.
Right? I'm thinking I'm going to get spam.
It looked like spam, junk.
Right.
Something. Yeah.
So my client has been contacting me. This credit card company has yet to receive payment for those accounts, and on the closing statement, he is being charged late fees now as well. Okay. What other options do we have? And then he starts firing on us. Okay. Why did the lender need these closings on the closing statement? David and Stacy, you guys need to step in here and figure out, as well as clearly as a requirement from your office to have these credit cards being paid at closings, you need to figure out a way to have the borrower get reimbursed for the late fees that are being charged now. This has been going on for 3.5 weeks. So I'm like, all right, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I see something's getting paid. I'm thinking it's a refinance because we rarely pay anything off on a purchase. So I'm like, hey, sorry for the inconvenience. If I would have known about this sooner, I would have gotten on it. You know, please let me know that, if you would have let me know when it happened, we would have got on it instead of 3 weeks later. Just polite.
This is new news.
New news?
Yeah.
Right? So I send, hey, Brett, our guy from Fidelity, right? No, great guy, right? So Brett, I say, hey, Brett, you got a mess on aisle 5. Can you clean it up? Recut the checks. This guy comes back. I said, hey, thank you for bringing this challenge to our attention. The credit cards were on the settlement statement so our mutual clients could secure a mortgage. I answered the question, right? I copied my title representative, Brett Nelson, on the email so we could get this matter resolved today. We're not all professional, right? I'm totally professional. In the future, please contact me and Stacy the day you contact the title company instead of 3 weeks after so we can get this problem resolved. Then I say, hey, Brett, we got a mess on aisle 5. Can you clean it up? This guy fires back. Stop pointing fingers, right? This is not Brett's file. This closed at Chicago Title, and bringing this up after 3 weeks, our client reached out to me stating this issue has been brought to your team already. Wrong. That's a factual, inaccurate statement. Okay? So long story short, he goes here. So it sounds like your team neglected to do anything until I CC'd you on this email this morning. So I'm like, okay, here we go. It's on. All right? So I start pounding the keyboard. I'm like, who is this putz, right? Mr. Anus is what I'm going to call him because I can't use my attorney over here says I shouldn't name his name. So I'm going to call this attorney Mr. Anus, okay? So I'm pounding on the keyboards. I got this beautiful email basically telling them to go have relations with themselves, all ready to fire up. And then I realized, I look him up on LinkedIn, he's 38 years old, okay? 1987, I'm going into my last year. I'm a senior in college, and this guy's coming just born, right? When I got in the mortgage business, he's 13. He's going through puberty, right? So I'm like, you know what? A 38-year-old David, if I was this jackass, I'd fire this email off. But a 58-year-old David, I'm going to be more mature. So I call him. I'm like, hey, Mr. Anus, please call me to talk about the challenges that you presented in your email. In the meantime, Stacy, who's busted her tail to get this loan done, is doing background work. Chicago Title screwed up. I have nothing to do with Chicago Title cutting the checks. You know what happens, Mike? 24 hours after, Chicago Title recut the checks and they're ready to be picked it up. So I call the borrower. I'm like, what's going on here? He's like, yeah, this, that, and the other thing. I'm like, why didn't you call me sooner? I should have. I'm like, Stacy never got any calls according to the attorney. You've been contacting us. He's like, nah, I never contacted you. I'm like, all right, here's the deal. What's all the late fees going to cost you? He's like, well, one waived it. One is I don't have a late fee, and the other one's going to cost me $40. I'm like, I'll take care of it. I'm going to send you a $50 Amex gift card to make it right, even though I don't have to. But I don't want you upset. Then I sent an email to Mr. Anus, okay, Esquire, and said, hey, just want to let you know, my crackpot staff that you fired on has got this thing solved less than 30 hours after we found out we had a problem. And why don't you tune in today? And here's the hotline number. I gave him the hotline number if he wanted to call in to apologize for firing on Stacy. So here's the deal, attorneys. Right? I don't care how much law school you got. I got an 18 on my ACT. It's well documented. I took it 3 times. I got an 18. Right?
Every time?
Every single time.
Okay. You're consistent.
I'm consistent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't big time me. Right? I didn't. Don't copy me on an email of 8 people when Chicago Title made a mistake. Mistakes happen. Chicago Title's a great company. They do thousands of files a month. This one slipped through the five hole. Okay? If there's a problem, pick up the phone. 38-year-old big-time shooter, real estate attorney. And pick up the phone and call and say, hey, we got a mess on aisle 5. Can you help out? Don't fire on my team. The only person that fires on my team is me. Who the hell are you coming at my staff who busted their tail to get this guy into a house? So this portion of the show is sponsored by, I'm sweating.
Yes, he is sweating.
I'm sweating. I'm doing my Kegel exercises. I want to name this guy, but
you can't do it.
I can't. I can,
Anus.
but my attorney over here, Mr. Schluter. So, Mr. Anus, you got a problem with anything in the future, you got my number, and thanks for calling me back big time.